Hi, Expandacraft fans. Wesley here, and I'm with my client, Jim. Say hi, Jim.
Hi.
We are doing an installation of a two-sided outrigger kit with a 12-foot 9-inch Expandacraft outrigger on this Hobie. Tell us what it is.
It's an Angler Pro 14, 2015.
And we have decided over consultation to go with a 7-foot beam rather than an 8-foot beam. And that's because this gentleman is not going to be standing up and having a 3-foot wide deck here. He decided that he wanted a 1 deck on either side set up. And so there's really no reason to go 8 feet wide. And also because
it gets me inside my gate at home.
Exactly. So keep in mind, folks, the 6-foot and the 8-foot standards that I sell, those are just what I have as standard. This is a very custom piece. As a matter of fact, we've discovered that with this gentleman's setup here, we have this wheel dolly. Now, typically, I would take this cross tube and I would mount it with flanges here because either this wheel dolly system doesn't exist or it's in a different position. However, what this is going to do, and we'll show this later in the video, is this is going to be attached, basically strapped, not these little flimsy bungee cords.
That's
but we're
temporary.
gonna, yeah, just temporary. I'm gonna put stoppers here, and you're gonna see that in the video. We're going to make this video a full-on installation video so that you can use it as a guide for your installation. Jim actually is staying at Expandacraft. Did you have a good time last night in the camper?
Yeah, I slept good.
Nice. It's quiet out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you come to do an installation like Jim did, you can actually stay in the camper. If you see other videos, I actually do a tour of the camper here. And the Expandacraft is next door to the shop where we're doing this installation. So anyway, just to let you know, you can customize your build to make it just right for you. All right, take 2. We are in the shop, and this is the Expandacraft shop. And Jim is actually over there putting this thing together fairly well by himself. Jim,
Nick.
you could have done this at home,
Yeah.
but we have some good fishing here, and this is the time to do it. What we've done here is we've used, because this is going to be a runner rail on, these are the runner rails, guys. So the runner rails we've installed, if you notice, we installed this one at the very end. You may find that with your boat, you might want your Expandacraft hulls a little farther up. But Jim's a big guy and his boat is kind of tall. So that's why I give you these black tabs. It's called the riser. 2 of them makes 1 riser. And the reason I give them to you long is if you decide you need to mount this runner rail lower into or towards the hull, then you can do so. But you almost have to do that by measuring real nice. Put your kayak on the ground and assemble everything before you drill the holes and shoot the screws. What we've done is, you see we have, I'll try to focus in a little closer. We have the screws that go through from one side to the other. And we have a little surgery here that we had to do. I had to rob Peter to pay Paul. Supply is hard to get right now, aluminum that is. And so these rails are actually used, and we're going to put the boat together today. And it's going to have a couple of extra holes in it that don't belong there. And then I'm going to ship him the brand new pristine rails later when I get supply. So that's how it's going so far. Jim, what do you think about the kit and the way it's going together?
Yeah, it goes together great. I mean, I like the versatility of it, how you can adjust it for different, even the width.
Right.
you know, the 6, 7, 8 foot width, you can change that, so.
Well, you came here and you stayed in the camper last night,
Yeah.
expand the camp. But I want to ask you, do you think you could do this entire installation yourself without having had come here?
I probably could,
But you're a carpenter.
but I'm a carpenter by trade, so I understand a lot of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not and doesn't have that experience would definitely benefit by coming here.
But it's doable. If they listen
If,
to
if
this.
it's doable and you
Yeah.
pay attention and take your time, yeah. I can go at it a little faster because I understand what's
Right.
going on. But,
And we're going to go over more about the boat and the setup because we have some different things going on with possible seating arrangements. Because remember, you don't have to have, you're not relegated to sitting in the kayak seat, the molded kayak seat. We may actually put a pedestal seat so that he can have his legs underneath him. But we'll go over more of that in the next step. So stay tuned and subscribe so that you can see this whole thing when we do the in-water video. All right. Now, for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to connect the runner rail to the riser and the outer, the center part of the hull. Now, Jim here is doing most of the work. I'm just basically telling him what to do. So here's what he's doing. Because Jim is choosing to have his Expandacraft hull lower in the water, and because his gunnels are kind of high on that Hobie, then he's attaching the the runner rail right at the full length of the riser. So that's going to allow the Expandacraft hull to go deeper into the water, take on more of the weight. And he's got these there for that purpose. I give them to you long, but you may not want your hull so deep in the water. Yours may be lower, so you might have to do that. You had a suggestion. You're the carpenter.
so if you do need to make that rail lower against that riser, I suggest that you get a measurement close, cut you a board or a piece of plywood. This isn't plywood, it's plastic, but you know, something then that you can lay there, and you can see here, spin that around there, where now this aluminum would set right on that.
Right.
So now you've got the same space here as you're going to have here, and you don't have to depend on your measurement on this rounded part. So by using these two flat rails here, now you can pretty much guarantee that both sides are going to be, and all 4 points are going to be the same height.
That's a good idea. So you heard it from an expert. He is the carpenter. And like I said, he's doing a lot of this work all by himself, which is part of the reason for this video. So you're going to be able to do this yourself as well. Next video is coming up soon.